out with a loss. Let's hope the ladies don't do the same thing.
12-5 for Keystone Oaks. They're 4-1, as are the Chargers in the conference. And, Don Eckerly has not been shy with his schedule, and I think that proves itself now here in the stretch run of the postseason push, if you will. That's going to bode well. And the things that went well for the Chargers in this game when it was last played against at the Angela Activity Center at home need to go the way again, and that's going to be a key. And it's also going to be slowing down a Keystone Oaks team that loves to put the ball in the net. They love to score.
Yeah, they do. They're averaging 55 points a game. The Chargers averaging 47, so they're in lies your challenge. Of course, this is a Don Eckerly coach team. Look for good defense from the Chargers, and they're going to need that tonight against this Keystone Oaks team.
No question about it. Let's give you an early look at the starting lineups. We'll start for the visitors. For the Chargers, it's Kara Bridge, Kylie Nagy, G.I. Rullo, Alyssa Minton, and Mia Grisafi. And on the other side of things, for the Keystone Oaks Golden Egos, Abby York, Elena Wagner, Fran Pasek, Aronia Neal, and Bailey Reig, the starting lineup for the Eagles. And when we come back, we'll get you ready for the tip-off of the Eagles and the Chargers. It's coming up next right here on the OLSH Sports Network. Stick around.
Are you ready to help us reach our goal?
We know that it takes a lot to provide us with the opportunities we have here at OLSH.
Funds are raised during Charger Challenge go to the OLSH Fund.
Which makes the OLSH mission possible.
And Charger Challenge is unique because we, the students, are the ones that make it happen.
So in 2023, we challenge each other to some friendly competition.
We challenge ourselves to reach our goals.
And we challenge you to support OLSH.
National anthem here at Keystone Oaks as we gear you up for Eagles and Chargers. Chargers are ranked 4th in Class 3A coming into tonight, 11-4 when the rankings roll out. Number 1 in the class is Laurel. Shadyside Academy is 13-2. Neshannock, with their history, obviously well documented. Another look at the starting lineups now as we see the Chargers getting introduced on the floor. We'll take a look again at Keystone Oaks. With 1,000 points, she actually scored it in the win against Avonworth, had 19 points in that game.
Yeah, Avonworth, and I don't think the girls have forgotten that one. Avonworth is coming to the AAC here on the 30th, so hopefully they can enact some revenge on that game.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also kind of the way that this Keystone Oaks game went the last time around, where the Chargers had an 18-point. Nagy and Grisafi play catch. Arullo here on the near side wing, back up top. Nagy thought about the three, penetrates, goes through everybody, off the window too hard. Out of bounds off the Eagles. Chargers will keep it.
Yeah, I think Abby York got her hand on that and couldn't control it. It went out of bounds from the Eagles.
Inbound triggered in up top. Grisafi, Mia in the lane, back outside to Gia. Bouncing it in traffic, taken away. Pushed up the floor to Reg. Neal is fouled, and Irullo's going to pick it up.
So the first foul of the game goes to the Chargers. Irullo.
Backcourt to Elena Wagner. Drives and kicks right at the foul line. York, two that doesn't fall. Minton gets the board. There's Mia Grisafi. Great season for Mia.
Yeah.
Is coming to her own in that point guard position. Far side, Nagy. Aggie on the left hand. Minton.
But they like that weave up top, do they not?
Starting to get Globetrotter flashbacks out. Playing some sweet Georgia Brown, and we'll be right back there. Bounce pass. Grisafi floater doesn't fall. Rebound ripped away, and then off a few hands, York clears it away. Ball movement outside to Neal. Misses the tray. Rebound to Arullo. Gia bouncing to Mia. Outside Nagy. Three doesn't fall. Another board there by Abby York. Settled down by Wagner. Moved outside to Pasek for three that doesn't fall. And the rebound goes to Grisafi. Mia brings it up the floor. Mia goes through the lane and it draws a foul. She'll go to the line.
That's what you like to see from the Chargers, driving that paint. I mean, if they can drive the paint, that'll open up the outside shot. The foul went to York. Abby York picks up the first foul for the Keystone Oaks Golden Eagles. Grisafi gets the first points for the Chargers.
Grisafi perfect at the line. Cuts the deficit in half. Under 5 minutes to play opening quarter. There's Neal. Outside to Reg. It's going to roll out of bounds off of the Eagles, and there's some communication errors on their end.
Yeah, they went right off of Reg's foot, rolled out of bounds. She didn't go after it. Why? I have no idea. But Chargers end up with the ball.
Safi up the floor here for the Chargers, trailing by 2. Nagy on the far side, moved it inside, and then ripped away from Bridge. Chargers come right back away, and then there's going to be a foul on the Chargers.
Wow.
Nagy came in a little bit
too aggressive.
Yeah.
I applaud the aggressiveness, but Chargers in that 1-3-1 defense right now.
Wagner trying to get some separation, finds it. Foul line extended. Pure from the mid-range.
Yeah, she used that screen to perfection on that.
Cross-court pass to get it over to Nagy. Stop and pop it. Just couldn't get it to fall. Bridge a big rebound there. Minton outside. Back to Nagy, who runs it back inside. Elbow shot from Mia Grisafi. Splashes in a 2.
That draws the Chargers within 2.
Neal here on the near side wing. Got an arm on that one. Diving on the floor. And jump ball is called, stays with KO. The Chargers will have the arrow now with 3:21 to go in the first. Wagner moved it outside to Neal.
Yeah, Chargers doing a good job not letting them penetrate right now, and that's what the Chargers need to do. Make them take the shots from the cheap seats.
Wagner back to Neal. There's a deep 3 on the way. That's too long. Off a few hands. Bridge. Jump ball is called, and if you weren't paying attention, Charger basketball.
Thanks for keeping us in line with that, Matt. Emma Ficarelli will check in for the Chargers, as well as Claudia Irillo. And freshman Hannah York checks in for the Golden Eagles.
Nagy up the floor all the way before handing it off to Claudia Irillo. Back into the corner, Nagy. Back up top to Claudia.
Yeah,
Out to Grisafi.
Chargers, as Christian likes to say, Chargers are in that too big situation right now.
3 from Claudia Irillo. Fresh off the bench. Drains it, Trey.
What a great player she has been this year coming off the bench.
She's just going to be fun to watch these next few years.
Yeah.
I mean, only going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. And there she is again.
Yep, forcing a turnover and diving on the floor, assisting it forward to Nagy. Out of bounds off the Eagles. Charger basketball. 2:11 to play in the first, to the Chargers with their first lead of the ball game at 7-6. Here's Grisafi. Ficarelli, she'll try her luck at a tray that doesn't fall. Out of bounds off of KO. Charger basketball, just under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, Hannah York for the Eagles came down with that rebound, but she just kept going out of bounds.
Inbound triggered into Grisafi. Grisafi no look into the corner, 3 on the way from Nagy, who drains a triple. Chargers starting to feel it from long range now.
Yeah, they're not shy about taking that shot. And when they start going, it's trouble for the other team usually.
Wagner just a step inside the free throw arc and definitely has the mid-range shot down.
She gets her first points of the game.
Sophomore splashes that one in. Cross-court pass. Ficarelli, who's fouled, no call. And the rebound gets, Eagles come up with it. Let it ahead to Reg. Reg runs down to the baseline, is fouled, and looks like she's going to go to the line. Chargers' third team foul.
Looks like Grisafi's going to get called for the foul here. Her first.
First one's up and good.
Nagy.
For Bailey Reg, who's a junior.
Kylie Nagy has a seat as Mitten comes back in for the Chargers, and Reg gets both of them. And she'll immediately go to the bench as Jay Scott comes in.
That one tipped away, and I think KO at the very last moment there.
Yeah, I think if Hannah York let that ball go, I think it would have been Keystone Oaks' ball.
I agree.
Again, you got to applaud the hustle, though.
No question, both sides here. Early, tied at 10, under a minute to go in the first. Ficarelli on the near side wing, a couple of dribbles back up top. Tipped away, saved by Minton through some traffic. Bridge gets it to Claudia on the near side wing. Cross court to Grisafi. Mia stop and pop in the lane off the front of the rim, no good. Another rebound there by Minton. Out to Ficarelli. Splashes in the 2. Under 20 seconds to go here in the first. Wagner, a couple of sophomores going at it there. To Neal. Neal drives through everyone and earns a trip to the line.
Emma Ficarelli picks up her first foul, 4th for the Chargers.
Rolls in that one.
Ariana really is fun to watch for Keystone Oaks. She's a baller. Julia Samarin checks in for Keystone Oaks.
Misses the second. And at the buzzer, Grisafi a little bit too much on that one to end the first. As we have a good one as expected after 8 minutes. Chargers have a 1-point lead. They lead Keystone Oaks 12-11. You're watching live coverage of Charger basketball right here on the OLSH Sports Network. We'll take a break, come back with you here to KO. welcome you back here to KO. End of quarter number 1, back with OLSH. And now you have something to tell the folks.
Yeah, I do. You want to save the date for the OLSH Spring Open House, Thursday, March 23rd, from 5 to 7 p.m. Explore all that OLSH has to offer and see what makes OLSH the best independent Catholic high school in our region. That's Thursday, March 23rd, from 5 to 7 p.m.
In the calendar. Consider it booked. Second quarter here from KO. Neil will do the honors to get us rolling. Pretty much what we expected there in that first 8 minutes out.
Yeah, no doubt. Both teams slugging it out, and they both know this is an important game, so everything on the line right here.
And it has that feeling to it. I mean, there's not a huge crowd on hand, but you can tell by each possession important. This is a deep two by her. Nice put back. Oh, it rolls out. Claudia's there to put it back in for 2 more. Way to follow.
And Claudia's got 5 tonight so far coming off the bench.
Near side. Reg back to Neal. Neal left side. Moves it outside for a 3. Short. Bridges right there. Makes the catch, and she's fouled. Second team foul against KO here.
Picked up by Bailey Rigg, her first.
Nagy bouncing over to Claudia. Ficarelli, Bridge, Nagy throws one up towards the basket, rims out. Rebound Reg. Neal, long pass ahead. There's Pasick. She can't make the layup. Claudia comes up with it. Here comes Irola with the basketball in the right hand. Moved it downside. Ficarelli for 2. Nice pass. Credit the assist to Irola, and Ficarelli with the finish.
Great ball movement by the Chargers coming up the court. Chargers always looking for that extra pass underneath. That's always good.
Good ball movement here by the Eagles. Shot missed by Abby York. And Ficarelli in transition. No one behind her. Doesn't get the roll. Chargers trying to clean it up, but Neal does the honors and then pushes the ball too much. Frustrated on that throw. That will give the Chargers back the possession as Hannah York returns for KO.
Yeah, that pass was intended for Pasick. Just a little too stretched out for her. Into the lineup is York. Hannah York for Keystone Oaks.
Nice job of Bridge settling that one down. That looked errant. Round the horn, Nagy for a tray. Doesn't go. Rebound, ripped away. Chargers, that was Kersafi amongst the trees, pulling it away. She'll go back inside the lane, throw it off the front of the rim, get her own rebound, put it back, no good again. Back outside, Nagy, top of the key 3 off the front of the rim, and a bunch of front rim shots here for the Chargers on that trip up the floor.
Well, you like the extra opportunities off the rebounds, Matt, but they got to finish those, especially when you're in the paint like that.
Wagner up top. York misses. Bridge aboard. Pushed up ahead to Claudia Irillo. To Gersafi. Mia back to Ficarelli. Thought about the 3. Now moves the basketball. Nagy penetrates through the lane. Kick out. Open look for Claudia for 3. Doesn't fall. Gets her own rebound though. Hands it off. Nagy cuts through the lane. Hands it off. Ficarelli on the right hand for 2. Timeout Keystone Oaks.
What a great pass by Nagy to find Ficarelli. Wide open on the baseline. And again, second chance opportunities for the Chargers.
Well done there. Ficarelli's starting to find her mojo too. Getting down in the basket, getting points.
Right. Hey,
buckets.
You want more information on the OLSH Chargers? For schedules, rosters, stories, and much more, visit olshathletics.org. Special thanks to our website sponsors. Hey, there's another date that you want to save, Matt.
What's that?
Save the date for OLSH's annual auction. It'll be held Saturday, April 29th. Hope to see you there.
Bring your wallet.
Bring your wallet. It's for a good cause.
By the Chargers as of late. That's why KO decides to burn a timeout there. Neal outside, Trey on the way, no good. Loose rebound, Nagy settles it down. Pulls it out, here's Grisafi now. To Ficcarelli, a Trey, no.
She's been taking more of those recently, those from out there by the arc.
Yep. She can hit it. That's not that one. Wagner down, Neal on the right hand, rolls out. Bridge aboard.
Bridge with another rebound. I have her with 7 rebounds already, Matt.
It's the quiet. It's
the
quietness of Kara Bridge's game. Might not be on the score ticker, but certainly contributes in big ways. Here's her again, fetching that one away, moving it out to Ficcarelli and now to Grisafi. As we're halfway through the second now with 4 minutes to play.
Yeah.
Nagy, right side of the lane, hands it off. Here's Bridge. Too much on it. Ficcarelli, big rebound there, reaching right over the top of Reg. Put back there that doesn't fall. Another board and a foul as Kara Bridge was fouled.
Well, Ficcarelli just right over the top of everybody. I mean, clean as could be. There was absolutely no foul there.
Yep.
And then Kara Bridge fighting for another rebound underneath. Chargers getting those offensive rebounds, which you'd like to see. Mitten and Giarillo back in the lineup for the Chargers.
Ficcarelli and Claudia get the breathers there. 3 minutes to go in the second. Nagy, there's some pressure on the basketball, was able to move it inside. Outside, Mia Grisafi from downtown.
And she's got 7 points on the night.
Neal up the floor. Tipped away there by Gia. Mia is there to get the steal. Back to Gia. Off the window for 2. Tic-tac-toe. And the steal and score.
Once again, the transition points for the Chargers so big, and they move the ball so well moving up the court.
Love the teamwork there between Mia and Gia there.
Yeah, no doubt. Just a couple letters, that's all.
Yeah, that's it. Wagner rims out. There's been a lid on that side of the basket right now as of late for Keystone Oaks.
Yeah, Kara Bridge with another rebound.
There she is now on cue with the basketball and handing it off to Giarillo. A little behind the back dribble. Swing it here to Mia Grisafi. Stop and pop in the lane. Off the right hand, doesn't fall. And Chargers are jockeying for it and end up earning not the ball, but a foul.
Yeah. That might have been Kara Bridge. Nope, that was Alyssa Mitten. Oh, no, Mia Grisafi for her second.
You let me know when you settle on it, Al.
Well, I saw 1-2 on the ref's finger, but I had them backwards, so it's 2-1.
Oh, yep. That happens to the best of us there.
And Mia will have a seat. Nagy back in for the Chargers.
Here's Neal up the floor. Chargers lead by 10. Doubling it into the corner, moved it into the baseline. Moved it back outside, a shot off the mark, and a rebound goes to the Chargers. Claudia Rollo to Nagy on the right hand for 2 more. Timeout KO.
Coach Mazinski calls a 30-second timeout for Keystone Oaks. That's their second timeout.
Minute 23 to go in the first half, a 25-13 Charger advantage. And now, this is kind of going according to plan and according to the way the scripts have really been played out much of this season. That includes the Avonworth game. You were talking about it earlier, where the Chargers had control of the game, and it wasn't until late that they ended up relinquishing it, and that needs to be probably a point of emphasis going into the locker room.
Yeah, they can't let up. They absolutely cannot let up. They keep the foot on the gas. Whatever they're doing is working. You hear me say it all the time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Be prepared to change something up, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And clearly, Coach Mazinski has saw something that he wants to change. Already 2 timeouts taken in the first half to try to slow down this Charger run. Claudia back into the Charger lineup. Defensive
specialist, yeah.
As they moved it, great passing there.
Oh, that was.
Julian Samarin gets the bucket for the Eagles. Long pass to get it over to Irulo. Claudia and Gia out there. And a nice move there by Neal, but she loses control of the ball, and it rolls all the way into the corner and out of bounds. Charger basketball. As Gia decided to let that one trickle out.
Yeah, as we say in hockey, watch out for that center red line. They raised it up a quarter an inch this year.
That's all that happened, too. And
down to 30 seconds here in the half.
Nagy conducting traffic at center court. Here's Kara Bridge. Gia outside Claudia. 15 seconds to play.
Yeah, and this is another situation. We talked about it in past games where the shot clock could have come into effect, Matt.
Right. 5 seconds now. Nagy for 3. Doesn't go. Bridge on a putback with a second to go is fouled. And Kara's going to the line.
Yeah, her 10th rebound of the half. And she'll earn trip to the line. As into the game is Megan Mooney. She picks up her first. Team's fourth. Sorry.
And the first one is up and good. And here's a interesting coaching move. This is what I love about Dawn Eckerly. There's only a second left, but she brings in Emma for Gia for a possible rebound
and
putback.
Yeah.
Love it. But Kara says, I'll take care of that. And Chargers pressure the basketball, and wow, there's like about 4 seconds there for the end of the half. But that is the end of the second, with the Chargers leading it now 27-15. When we come back, OLSH will have the numbers of that first half. We'll break it down for you, and we'll get you ready for the second half of Eagles and Chargers. You're watching live coverage of Lady Charger basketball, and it's right here on the OLSH Sports Network. We'll take a break, and we'll come back to the Green Tree area right after these words.
Are you ready to help us reach our goal?
We know that it takes a lot to provide us with the opportunities we have here at OLSH.
Funds are raised during Charger Challenge go to the OLSH Fund.
Which makes the OLSH mission possible.
And Charter Challenge is unique because we, the students, are the ones that make it happen.
So in 2023, we challenge each other to some friendly competition.
We challenge ourselves to reach our goals.
And we challenge you to support OLSH.
Welcome you back here to Keystone Oaks. It's halftime here in the Dormont, Keystone Oaks area, whatever you want to call it. Well, I got a little tidbit for you, Al. You know, sometimes I got one or two of them.
You're good for those, yeah.
Keystone Oaks. How did they get the name Keystone Oaks? Well, the key is for Dormont. The stone is for Castle Shannon.
Castle.
And the Oaks is for Green Tree.
The tree.
Keystone Oaks.
Keystone Oaks. Is that for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
It really is.
Okay, I'm buying in. I'm buying in. That's nice. That's good.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff.
Hey, we try to be full service here. We try to be full service, and in order to do that, we need the tallies, Mr. Les. Can you help us out?
Yeah, first for Keystone Oaks. Keystone Oaks, their leading scorer is Ariana Neal, as you would think, with 5 points. Right behind her, though, is Bailey Rigg with 4. 2 points each for the rest of the scorers. That would be Elena Wagner, Julia Samarin coming off the bench, as well as Hannah York coming off the bench. They all had 2 points. Foul-wise, the only person with multiple fouls is Abby York. She has 2. For the Chargers, leading all scorers is Mia Grasafi with 7. Coming off the bench is Emma Ficcarelli with 6. 5 points also off the bench from Claudia Irullo, as well as Kylie Nagy with 5 points. 2 points each for Kara Bridge and Gia Irullo. The Chargers have one player with 2 fouls. That's Mia Grasafi. And I have to point out, Matt, I mentioned it earlier, and Kara Bridge leading all players with 10 rebounds. So she's having herself a whale of a day on the glass. So let's hope that continues. And
no question.
And also for the Chargers, Grasafi, I have her with 4 rebounds, Claudia Irullo with 4 rebounds, and the most rebounds that I have for Keystone Oaks is 3 by Ariana Neal and Abby York. So it tells you the dominance the Chargers are having on the glass right now.
Really doing a great job on the glass. And you mentioned early in the broadcast, you got to turn those rebounds into makes. And they did down the stretch of the second quarter. They were able to get second and third chance opportunities and make the Eagles pay for it, and went on a nice little run there down the stretch of that first half to be able to come out to a 12-point advantage going into the locker room. So Chargers doing all the right things right now, but certainly the unsung heroes of tonight's game are what they're doing on the glass, and Kara Bridge leading the way in that department.
And you can't say enough about the Charger defense. We talk about it all season long. They held Keystone Oaks to 4 points in the second quarter, so that's huge.
And you're talking about a 1,000-point scorer in Neal, who has 4. Is that correct?
Points, but none in the second quarter.
None in the second quarter.
They shut her out in the second quarter.
I mean, she had 19 against Avonworth in their win against the Lopes. Clearly, they go as she goes, and when the Chargers can lock somebody down like that, it certainly causes problems, and it forces, some of these girls are pretty young on this. You're seeing Elena Wagner play. She's just a sophomore. A couple of juniors sprinkled in to this KO lineup, and right now I think that's going to be what they're talking about in their locker room, is who's going to step up and be able to put the basketball in the net, because that's what KO's, they've had time, they've had possessions, they just haven't turned them into points. And there's also been a significant amount, especially in that second quarter, Al, for KO, of turnovers, and that's a tip of the hat to the Chargers defense, but it's also a little bit of unorganized chaos on the part of KO.
On the Eagles right now is causing them to rush their pass a little bit, rush their shot a little bit, which is actually throwing them off and benefiting the Chargers, because now the Chargers have a chance to get the rebound and go down the other way. You're absolutely right. So, hey, we're back on the air tomorrow.
We are.
The boys are in action at home against the heated rival Stowe Rocks, back in the same section again as they were once upon a time, and the last couple of years haven't been. But Chargers against Stowe Rocks, they beat them at Stowe Rocks earlier this year, and we'll see what tomorrow night brings.
Always a fun time when the Chargers and the Vikings meet up. There's no doubt. And there's certainly that rivalry that flows through. Of course, those two teams met in a WPL championship just a handful of years ago, and maybe not as exciting when you don't have the DeMichael name
floating around.
Yeah. pinned everywhere as far as between the two. Certainly that name has done great things for both schools.
You can't say the Spatafor name because there's still one on the team. So
yes, right. Yep.
Of course, that wouldn't be Stowe Rocks anyway.
It wouldn't be.
Even though they claim that he's.
Yeah, that has been a rumor moved around. But yeah, I think Spatafor is very proud in Sheridan.
Sheridan, yeah. What would he would be if he went to public schools? It would be what, Brashear, I think, something like that. Yeah.
Didn't do my City League research tonight.
So. Although, like somebody told me, it's like in the City League, you can pretty much go to whatever school you want.
Yeah. And then Saturday, a kind of a rare Saturday contest, is the Chargers will take on, the boys will take on Carlington.
Yeah, another rivalry that they played in the playoffs here in the past couple of years, and now Carlington, a 2A school, and Chargers bump up to 3A. So, but still, Carlington's got a nice squad, so that should be a fun game.
And you know how we got Carlington, right? Now I get to do this one, right?
I think you told me once before, but go ahead.
The car is for Carnegie. The Lynn is for Rosalind Farms. And the ton is for Crafton.
Okay, I get that. Yeah. Carlington.
What I want to know is, what's that meeting look like? They just get in the room and we're like, we're going to come up with the school day.
Why isn't it ton first, you know?
Right. Yeah. Who gets, like, are you rolling dice, or like how do you get the front end of the name versus the back end of the name? I don't know. Digressing here.
Hey, but you got to show your Charger pride and help us continue to provide athletic broadcasts with all
this great stuff we're providing.
Yeah. You can get a business or individual sponsorship on the OLSH Broadcast Network, OLSH Sports Network, as far as we're concerned. You can be our game or halftime sponsor and support the Chargers. Visit olshathletics.org for more information.
We'll do that, Al.
Okay.
Definitely we'll do that. Shout out to Jamie Usual, who's dialed in tonight.
Also, we want to give a shout out to Joan Eckerly.
Yes, shout out to Joan.
Joan, hope you're feeling better. You're a little bit under the weather, and was talking to your husband on the way up here on the bus. And
are you ever over the weather? Normally, weather's like it snowed on me. I was under the weather today.
Well, you're always under the weather.
Yeah, right.
Well, you could be over the weather if you were above the clouds.
Yeah, I guess on a plane.
Yeah,
that would be a good point. Sorry for the wakeism, Al. I saw Coach Johnny Lee walk in, the assistant coach for the boys Keystone Oaks team, just walk in. One of the good guys.
One of the legends.
Yes.
They got a couple here now.
They do.
They really do.
They really do.
So,
let's Charger basketball to start. Nagy does the honors to start things off here in the second half. She gave us a wave.
Here we go.
Second half underway. Also, shout out to Sister Francine and all the sisters watching back at home.
Always.
Travel.
Yeah. Gia tried to do that pivot, and it just slid.
It's one of those times where I don't know if she was expecting the ball when she did. So when you catch it, you're in your mid-step.
Right.
Outside Neal.
Oh, great coverage on Neal. She wanted to take that shot.
Gets a screen up top. See what adjustments are made here in the early moments.
That's what I'm anxious to see. Oh, Nagy gets a hand in there, but can't knock it away.
Ball again knocked away, and this time the Chargers come up with it. Minton comes away with the loose basketball. Hand off Nagy. Chargers left side out to Irulo. Back to the weave here, Al.
Yep, here we go.
Nagy, Minton. Chargers not in a hurry. Now Minton drives just off the back, but Grishafi traces down the loose basketball. There's Mia, left side of the lane, settles it down, turnaround shot, rims out. Rebound out of bounds off the Chargers.
Yeah, Kara Bridge tried to get that one. She would have had to reach over and probably get a foul. That was a good decision not to go after that one, but it hit her hand, goes out of bounds.
Basic with the basketball, tipped up into the air. Nagy takes it away on the right to left-hand dribble. Behind the back pass, trying to get away. It gets intercepted by Neal. Neal pushes it up the floor in transition. Neal to the rack, rims out, rebound to Bridge.
Her 11th rebound.
Oh, my goodness. Grashafi on the right hand. Hands it off to Gia. Gia, top of the key. Nagy on the right hand. She'll go through two Eagle defenders. Is fouled on the way up. First foul of the half. This time goes against the Golden Eagles. And Nagy to the line.
Foul goes against Wagner, her first. Yo.
Oh, man. Well, we haven't had a score yet.
Still.
No such thing as the announcer jinx when you don't want it to happen, right? As that one rims out on the other end for the Eagles. Chargers trying to draw first blood in this second half. Irulo tries to end the drought. That bounces off no good. Big board there by Grashafi.
And she's got 7 rebounds. Again, domination on the glass here, giving Chargers second chances.
5:35 to play in the third. Nagy, bounce pass to get it back outside to Minton. Alyssa on the left hand. Hands it off down low. Outside from Bridge to Irulo. That doesn't go. Loose rebound, fought for, and they're going to say she stepped out.
She did. I don't know if you could see it because of the table map, but it's right here.
Just the tip in front there.
Yep, just her toe. That was good effort, though. If she had another 3 inches, she was good to go. I mean, 3 inches of floor.
Right. Neal with it. She'll go up for a 3. That doesn't fall. And a rebound ripped away. Foul is called, and it's going to go against the Chargers.
So York gets credited for the rebound then. Kara Bridge picks up her first.
Bounce inbound to Neal. Yes. First points of the second half. And the first points for Neal since the first quarter.
Right.
Makes this a 10-point game.
She's got 7 tonight.
Left side. Minton outside Irulo. Through the lane, Nagy. 2 more.
Nagy has 7.
And Neal, that's a travel.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's intercepted. Ball doesn't lie. Here is Grashafi. The steal. Can't get the score. And Nagy is.
She got socked in the face.
Yeah, and she's. Yeah, that one didn't look good.
No. Third on Abby York. As she no, she doesn't go sit down.
Pasek does.
Pasek does.
Inbound goes to Bridge, right back to Nagy. Nagy lines up a 3 off the iron. Rebound loose. Neal comes away with it. Neal all the way coast to coast and fouled. 2 shots pending for her at the line. Coming up on the 4-minute mark of this third quarter.
Grashafi picks up her third. See Claudia waiting to come in for the Chargers, I would imagine for Mia.
That's what happens, Al. Like, you shout out one person, and then everyone listening starts texting you. That's what happens. You know what? You don't get one then.
You waited.
Yeah, right.
Be first.
Right. Second one is good.
And quickly, Neal up to 9 points tonight.
Oh, man, Claudia, nice job of tightrope in there. Bridge, Minton, Nagy. Alyssa hands it off to Claudia. Lost control of it there. Minted.
Oh, nice
the dribble
job
there.
Curly Neal imitation there.
I love it. Spin by Nagy. Can't get it to go. Rebound not saved. Nagy, A for effort on that one.
Yeah. Nothing to lose. It was going out of bounds off of Kara Bridge. So.
Yep. Wagner controls. Been a lot of the Neal show here in the second half. Just hasn't been able to get a couple, and there's 2 more for her.
Yep. It's been all Neal.
Yeah.
She's got 6 here in this quarter.
Nagy on the near side. And Dawn Eckerly wants a timeout.
Calls a 30-second.
29-21, Charger advantage. First place on the line here tonight in the section. Section 2 in Class 3A, a logjam. 3 teams with 4-1 records coming into tonight. 2 of them playing tonight in front of you. And Avonworth, the other team that's 4-1, they're playing South Allegheny tonight, who is 1-4. Seton LaSalle is kind of the don't get caught sleeping team in the conference. They're 2-3.
Yeah, you look at that record and you go, how could Seton LaSalle be 2-3? That's a good team.
Yeah, it is. And it's a young team. And,
yeah, they are young.
I was talking to Don Eckerly, and he said, young teams can win games, but they can lose you games too.
Yeah,
and
right.
I think that's kind of where the Rebels are. Obviously, they also have their head coach is on maternity leave,
right.
so that also creates a different
Some
dynamic.
Turmoil.
Yeah. There's Irulo out of the timeout.
Ficarelli in off the timeout.
There she is now. Emma on the right hand to the rack. Doesn't get the roll. Neal another rebound. All the way, fouled. And is this going to be on the floor, though?
Yeah.
3rd team foul against the Chargers.
Claudia Irulo picks up the foul.
Just her first.
Yep.
Intercepted. Nagy picks this one off here. Long pass ahead and gives it right back to KO. Wagner gets the steal. Wagner, the no-look pass to Neal, who was fouled, no call. Put back, nothing doing there. And then a rebound, and it's a foul on Keystone Oaks.
Yeah. Kara Bridge ends up with the rebound.
Chargers got away with one there.
Oh, yeah. Neal picked up the foul for Keystone Oaks, her first.
Fouls are even at 3 apiece. Third quarter action, 2:27 to go here in the third. OLSH Sports Network, Chargers 8-point advantage. Looking to add to it, Ficarelli, near side wing. Irulo out to Nagy. Nagy on the left hand. Went off a shoe, I believe, and then got intercepted by Hannah York. York with the steal and the score.
The freshman with her 4th point of the game.
Deficit cut to 6. Here come the Eagles. Nagy up the floor on the right hand. Down low to Bridge. Bridge with Neal draped all over was able to kick it out for 3. Claudia Irulo drains the tray. Timeout, Dawn Eckerly and the Chargers.
Full timeout by Coach Eckerly. Yeah, I can't believe a foul wasn't called on Neal and under the bucket there when Bridge got that rebound. Neal was like laying on her back. But for the Chargers, to their benefit, she gets it out to Claudia, and Claudia just what do they call that? Threads flying on that shot. Yeah. It was 3 by a thread.
Big 3 by Irulo.
That's
her second one of the night.
Second one of the night. She's got 8 points. So, hey, Charger fans.
Yes.
Get your Charger essentials. Anything from sweatshirts to pajama pants to hats. Got you covered, bro.
All right.
Gear up with the latest Charger fashions and support your favorite teams during the winter season. And it'll be coming up on spring season here soon, so don't forget that. You can go to OLSHgear.com.
You know, we obviously had a little bit of snow last few days, but I'm like still eyeing up February, and I'm going, what is it going to be like? Are we going to really get out of this winter with as mild of a winter as we've had?
Yeah, I'm knocking on wood.
Yeah, and me both. 32-23. Eagles trail the Chargers. Out of that timeout by Don Eckerly is 2 left. Ball popped up into the air, pulled back down by York, and now Neal has it. Neal cornered, got it back out to York, rolls it back out to Wagner, who misses a 3. Another rebound is Kara Bridge.
13.
Nagy settles down the loose basketball. Minute 15 to play here in the third. Another look for 3. Arilla, no. Rebound, Bridge, back out to Claudia. Claudia moved it back inside to Kara. Kara hands it off Ficarelli. Ficarelli, pressure.
She got smacked in the face and no call.
And ball goes out of bounds off the Chargers.
Wow.
She got one off the face, and then the ball ended up going errant, trying to get over to Nagy. And
I guess you're allowed to smack him in the face.
clearly one the official didn't see.
Well, yeah.
Pasek. Wagner back outside. Pasek then lost it. G almost took it away from her. 3 on the way from Reg, and she splashes in a tray. Big three-pointer there for the Eagles. They needed it.
Yeah, no doubt. That's their first from beyond the arc tonight.
Arulo, Gia that is, guarded by Neal. Cornered, gets it off to Claudia. Claudia back to Gia. Gia to Emma. Here on the near side wing, under 20 seconds to go. Ball tipped away, back out to Gia. Now just right place, right time for Nagy to pick the basketball up. 11 seconds to play and a foul with 10 to go.
It goes on Reg, her second.
Inbound goes to Nagy. Nagy out to Emma. Emma head fake, double teamed.
She traveled.
With 4 seconds to go in the third. Inbound goes to Wagner. She'll bring it up the floor. Wagner throws one towards the basket. It goes out of bounds. At the same time, the buzzer sounds. End of 3 here at Keystone Oaks. And the OLSH Chargers have the lead over the Keystone Oaks Golden Eagles, 32-26. At the end of 3, we'll take a break. Come back for the fourth quarter of this one in Dormont. You're watching live coverage of Lady Charger basketball, and it's right here on the OLSH Sports Network.
Are you ready to help us reach our goal?
We know that it takes a lot to provide us with the opportunities we have here at OLSH.
Funds are raised during Charger Challenge go to the OLSH Fund.
Which makes the OLSH mission possible.
And Charter Challenge is unique because we, the students, are the ones that make it happen.
So in 2023, we challenge each other to some friendly competition.
We challenge ourselves to reach our goals.
And we challenge you to support OLSH.
Let's play a fourth. Welcome back to Keystone Oaks. Eagles and Chargers alongside OLSH. Matt Fargo with you here tonight. You couldn't make it. Glad we could bring it to you on this chilly night in Dormont. 32-26. Things heating up on the hardwood meanwhile. As let's play a fourth, Mr. Lesh.
Yeah, I had to go help Brian Dashner. I want to thank him for running the cameras for us. The camera battery is running low, so.
3 on the way. That would have been big, but rolls out for Pasek. Rebound underneath, and a foul is called. Abby York to the line.
And Kara Bridge is going to pick up her second.
Fourth team foul against the Chargers.
Yep.
York misses the first. Abby York, a senior on this Eagles team. Splashes in.
Her first point of the game.
I'll take your word for it.
It is.
32-27. Chargers haven't led as many as 10. Nagy, floater through the lane, good for 2.
9 for Kylie.
Neal with a behind-the-back dribble, guarded against Claudia. Gets some help and a foul. Claudia's going to pick up the foul.
Wow, that was ticky-tacky.
Reached in there with the left hand.
Yeah, she did. I'm okay with that if they call that both ways.
No, I agree. And I feel like, it's that age-old adage of officials calling the game tighter as it gets later in the game. What should be a foul in the first should be a foul in the fourth.
Yep.
Driving, floating one towards the basket, doesn't fall for Wagner. Rebound underneath, guess who?
Kara Bridge, her 15th rebound.
Long pass ahead, Grashafi. Near side, it's Claudia Arillo with the deep 2 that doesn't fall. Off a few hands, Minton found the loose basketball out to Grashafi for the deep 2. It's good for 2 more.
Wow. And Grashafi has 9.
36-27, the lead back for the Chargers out to 9. Here in the fourth. In the corner, Wagner trapped with it. Ball taken away. Grashafi helping.
Wow, what a pass from Minton.
Minton got it away to Bridge, and now here's Claudia Arillo. Far side at the wing. Nagy with the right hand through everybody.
Puts Matt Nagy in double figures. She's got 11.
6:10 to play. 38-27 Charger advantage. Outside, 3 on the way for Paysack. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Charger basketball.
Yeah, York had to try to just tap it over the head of Nagy, and it goes out of bounds with 6 minutes left.
Jay Scott back into the game for KO. As the Chargers bring it up the floor, and time of possession here, Al, right?
Yep,
you know the situation, but no. 3 on the way. Grashafi doesn't fall. Chased all the way down there by Arillo. A long rebound. Minton gets it now. Nice ball fake back inside, and Kara Bridge is hacked inside.
York picks up her 4th.
5th on KO.
So York will be coming out, I'm sure. One York for the other York. Abby comes out.
It's the New York.
It's the New York, and Hannah, the freshman, comes in for the senior.
Sorry, sister. I know she's rolling her eyes on that one. 3 on the way. Nagy off the front of the rim. Now they're going to call. What did they call that?
I don't know. Turnover
Travel?
Chargers.
Yeah. Travel? Something.
Something, yeah. 11-point lead for the Chargers.
3 on the way. Good. Bailey Regg hits the tray.
Her second, the team's second.
Claudia through everyone. Lay it up and in.
What a nice play there. And Claudia is in double figures with 10.
Chargers lead back out to 10. Handoff. Scott. No. Back out for York. Hannah York with it. The freshman. Out of bounds off of Claudia. It stays with KO. 5:02 to play in the fourth.
I love the quick hands there by Claudia. What a defensive specialist, and she can score too.
That one nearly taken away. Grashafi now not a heads-up play. Mia throws off. That was such a real reaction by Mia.
Yeah.
Like, oh, now what are you going to do? Oh, I didn't think you could do that.
Smart play.
Yes.
And Claudia kind of gave her acknowledgement. Or Mia, rather.
Wagner has a triple tonight.
2. Or no. Regg has the triples.
3. Scott that doesn't fall. Put back. Good for Neal.
Neal has 13.
Chargers intercepted Neal. Neal misses the layup. Rebound to the Chargers. Nagy to Grisafi. To Bridge, back outside. Claudia thought about the three. She'll penetrate, lose control of it. Take it away. Long pass from Reg to Scott. Lay it up and score. 2 more. Timeout. Keystone Oaks as they've cut their deficit to 6. With 4:08 to play here in the fourth. Back and forth. And, for the Chargers, Al, this is not their type of pace.
No.
And Keystone Oaks is kind of letting the more towards what they like to do, which is, they average 55 points a game, and right now well under their average, but trying to push towards that way. And Chargers kind of right on pace. They average 47 a game, and they have 40 right now. So,
yeah, and this is 40 points is what Keystone Oaks is averaging giving up. So,
and 34 is average what the Chargers give
how
up.
about that? How about that? What's the odds?
What are the odds? That acts like we know what we're talking about, and we don't. We just looked at the paper at the right time.
So, yeah, that's amazing.
That was good.
Hey, there's no better way to see yourself as an OLSH student than to become an OLSH Charger for a day. All 8th grade students and transfers to grades 10 and 11 are invited to join us as a shadow for the day and experience firsthand what it's like to be a student. Students are assigned to a Charger ally, which is your host for the day, and will attend classes and meet the teachers and students and have lunch on us. Pre-register for your experience at olsh.org/visit.
Every once in a while, I get a craving for a school lunch, by the way. Every once in a while. Just something about it.
The lunch lady.
Yep. Something about it. Out of the timeout, both teams have 2. There's a foul there against KO.
I think Wagner's going to pick this one up.
Last one before the Chargers are going to go into the bonus. Neither team went into the bonus in the first half. That's the 16th foul against KO. It's a little game reset. Arrow in favor of the Chargers. Here's Nagy on the left hand. Back to the right. Lay it up and in.
6 points here in the fourth quarter for Kylie. She's taking charge for the Chargers.
Yes, she has. Turnaround, throws up a 3 and drains. A 3 for Bailey Reg.
Second of the quarter, third of the game.
Keeps the Eagles right in pace. Trying to get back into this. Nagy responds with the pull-up J.
15 for Kylie.
On the right hand, it's Wagner rolls it around here. Reg another 3. Short. Rebound underneath Wagner. Pulls it out. Back outside. Reg 3. Rolls out. Bridge gets the rebound. To Minton and out at Nagy. 3 minutes to play in the fourth. Nagy a 3 on the way. Good! Whoa. Kylie Nagy with a big-time triple. 2:55 to go in the fourth. And the lead extended back out to 10. Timeout Chargers.
Wow, unbelievable.
I mean, you couldn't dial up or ask for a better time. Well-timed 3. Get the lead back out to 10. Under 3 minutes to go. And a big timeout here by Don Eckerly to kind of organize things for these final 3 minutes.
They've only got her for 16 points. I got her for 18. I got her for 11 points here in the fourth.
Huge fourth quarter. And I talked to Don Eckerly before this game, and I said, do you feel like the girls now kind of understand and appreciate the role? Like for the last 2 or 3 years now, Al, we've had this conversation. Who's going to be the point guard? Who's going to be the 2? Because you have all of these girls that are so talented.
Right.
Well, very skilled ball handlers. Very good at shooting the basketball. And now where do you put them? And how do they fit in your scheme? And I think that the Chargers have kind of been able to find their identity in that way.
Hey, a key factor here. Chargers down to 1 timeout. Keystone Oaks has 2. So keep that in mind with 2:50 left here in the game.
Possession arrow still in favor of the Chargers. Hasn't been a jump ball in the second half, by the way. As that shot off the mark, and Nagy, amongst a bunch of Eagles, comes up with the basketball.
That was huge.
Claudia, Minton quickly. Here's Mia on the right hand, rolls out. Bridge is fouled on the rebound, and another one for Kara.
Wow.
And that will send Kara to the line because that's the 7th foul against KO.
17 rebounds for Kara in my book. Neal picks up her 2nd. As you said, though, it puts the Chargers in the bonus situation. Can't get it to go, though. But the Chargers get it back.
Chargers get the rebound right back, and here's Nagy on the left hand. Moved it outside. Grasafi, low pass there, and couldn't handle it. Turnover.
That's what you don't need, an unforced turnover.
2:21 to go here in the 4th. Wagner up the floor now to Neal. Neal, 1,000-point scorer. Scored her 1,000th point earlier today, or earlier this season. Worked it underneath to York, who misses the layup, and then a tie-up. And we have been talking about it. That possession arrow favors the Chargers on the jump ball, the first one of the second half.
Kara Bridge with another rebound.
Long pass. Claudia all alone, lay it up for 2 more for Claudia Arullo. Chargers' largest lead of the night.
12 for Claudia.
Outside, Neal wants a 3. No. Rebound, Claudia. And the Chargers with 1:45. Now to Mia. Mia bouncing to Kara. Give her 2.
Unbelievable.
Kara Bridge gets a bucket. Neal, a lot of dribbling. They found themselves trailing by the largest deficit tonight.
Yeah, 14.
On the right hand, doesn't fall for Reg, and a foul off of it on the Eagles. Chargers starting to feel this one.
Yeah, Nagy's going to go to the line, shooting in bonus. Ficarelli comes in for Bridge, gives her a blow here with 1:18 left. That's probably Kara Bridge's farewell for the evening, you would think.
Nagy at the line. Misses front end of a 1-and-1. Neal goes all the way and is up and fouled. And at this point,
what do you just let her score?
Right. 16 foul on the Chargers.
Ficarelli picks up her 2nd.
Neal, first one is good. Both of them good at the line. Here's Safi up ahead to Nagy.
I would just move the ball here until you got the sure open shot, somebody wide open underneath.
Get this clock under a minute, which is now is. Mia, Claudia quickly.
Like
Emma, good for 2 more.
That's the bucket I was looking for. Nice movement.
53-39. Double team in the corner there. York, now to Neal. And there's a foul that's going to send Neal to the line here. 35 seconds left, but the Chargers.
I think Grasafi's going to pick up her 4th.
In control of this one.
Yep. Shannon McCullough and McKinley Walsh in for the Chargers. Mitten and Claudia Arullo will have a seat.
Good nights for them.
Yep.
Neal makes it 40. He only had 5 points in the first half now has 17 now.
Yep. That's what she has.
30 seconds to play. Chargers.
Just play keep away now.
Yep. And this is where the Chargers excel, right?
Yeah, they do.
So many guards on the floor. People that are able to, good passes, good ball handling. This is where that matters.
Nice play there by Grisafi.
Down to 5 seconds. Nagy. And a foul. Late with 3 seconds.
I think Greg is going to pick up her third. Yeah, not that it matters now, but that puts Grisafi at the line.
Go to the first.
And Mia. I'm not going to say it. It's perfect from the line tonight.
There it is. Well done, Mr. Lesh. 3 on the way for Neal. No good. And the Chargers come to Keystone Oaks and get a big win on the road. 55-41. Chargers get it done. And will stay atop Section 2 in Class 3A, move to 5-1, a 12-4 overall record. KO falls to 4-2, 12-6 overall. 55-41, the final score. We'll catch our breath. OLSH will have the numbers for you when we come back here on the postgame show. You've been watching live coverage of Lady Charger basketball, and it's all right here on the OLSH Sports Network. We'll be back, and if you're sticking around, we'll tell you who won that highly anticipated. Welcome back here to Keystone Oaks, 55-41 here on the OLSH Sports Network. Alongside OLSH, Matt Fargo with you as the Chargers come into Keystone Oaks. A game separate themselves in the section, winning this one again, 55-41. You see there on your screen. We'll welcome back in OLSH as Chargers, with the exception of an early burst, a 4-0 burst to start the game for Keystone Oaks. The Chargers took the lead 7-6 and never looked back after that, Al.
No, they really didn't. And I talk about it, well, we all talk about it all year long. Don Eckerly's defensive style of coaching really shut down Keystone Oaks. In particular, Ariana Neal really shut her down. She had 5 points in the first half. She ended up with 17, but they shut her down completely in the second quarter. I mean, that was huge. I mean, they didn't know whether to cry or whine to watch as Keystone Oaks only scored 4 points in the second quarter. And I think that second quarter was a difference in this game. That gave the separation, and the Chargers just kind of maintained that. The Keystone Oaks got it down to about, 6 points, I think, as close as they got in the second half. But Chargers really, as you said, never looked back.
Never looked back. And while you're going to go over the scoring, the domination on the glass, and led by Kara Bridge, who is not going to get the credit as far as what she did as far as scoring, but is a big reason why the players that you're going to mention got to score.
Oh, absolutely. I have her down for 18 rebounds. She scored 4 points, but I'll tell you what, those 18 rebounds, as far as I'm concerned, are just as important as those points, because those rebounds led to a lot of Charger points.
A lot of Charger points indeed, and let's go over it. Let's not wait any longer.
First for Keystone Oaks. They come up a little bit short to what they scored, 41 points. And their leading scorer was Ariana Neal with 17. Followed closely by Bailey Rigg with 13. Those were the only two players in double figures. 4 points off the bench from the freshman Hannah York. 2 points each for Julia Samarin, Jay Scott, and Elena Wagner, and 1 point for Abby York for their 41 points. The Chargers, with their 55 points, they were leading all scorers was Kylie Nagy with 18, 12 points off the bench from Claudia Irullo and her 2 from beyond the arc, 11 points for Mia Grasafi. He had 8 points coming off the bench out of Emma Ficcarelli, and 4 points for Kara Bridge we talked about, and 2 points for Gia Irullo for the Chargers, 55 points. Again, the Chargers getting 20 points off the bench for the Chargers tonight, so that's huge.
Certainly is, and I think that as this season goes on, Claudia, what she's done coming off the bench is like, okay, when does she creep into the starting lineup? When or at the very least she kind of got starter minutes tonight.
Yeah.
Which is something that there's going to be a lot of Claudia Irullo here in the years to come, but I don't think we've heard the last of her this year either, as far as what she's able to contribute, and just adding another facet to the already dangerous backcourt that the Chargers have, and adding another element to it is certainly a scary thought. And I talked to Don Eckerly before the game, and he said he still doesn't feel like they've played their best game. And I think that this may be one of the closest towards that, but I still believe that the best is still out there, and that's optimistic. And, I think if we all were in a perfect world, they'd play their best game, at least in the regular season, against Avonworth in a couple games.
Right. I got to agree with you, Matt. I think tonight was probably their most consistent game in all facets of the game. Nothing really. Rebounding stood out to me, but
yeah.
other than that, they really were steady. They were steady defense. They took great choices of shots. They weren't pushing, pressing for shots or anything like that. They played a great game. They really did. And Keystone Oaks gave them everything. They threw everything but the kitchen sink at them, and the Chargers had answers for everything.
They sure did, and got it done. Now they're at top of Section 2 at 5-1. Going to go ahead and assume that Avonworth got it done over South Allegheny tonight. So that would mean, if that assumption is correct, both teams are 5-1, and now those two teams likely headed for a big-time showdown at the Angela Activity Center
on the 30th.
On January 30th. So that will be a big one on Monday.
Yeah. That's right. That's this Monday. Wow, where's this month gone?
Gone. And you know what? January normally just drags.
Yeah.
It flew for what I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I feel like we blinked. And normally what happens is you blink and February's over. It's already a short month. But
speaking of short, it won't be long, and we're back on the air, Matt, tomorrow night. It's the boys in action at home against Stowe Rocks. Those Vikings come to invade. They want revenge on the Chargers, beating them in their home court, and then the Chargers are going to have to defend home territory tomorrow.
Yep, we'll be on the air for that. And then, of course, Saturday we'll also have the boys for you live from Montour, the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic against those Carlington Cougars. So all good stuff coming up.
Hey, you know what else we're going to have to get started here down the stretch? We're going to have to get started with player interviews after
I agree.
the game.
I want to bring them back.
Yeah.
Want to bring them back. I think it's time. We tried to do it through the COVID years. We've had class in between them.
Right.
We can do that stuff now.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to bring that back. And we dragged it out as long as we could, but if you stuck around to find out, I know a lot of the guys were wondering what happened to the JV game with no Guy Carabia. JV wins over Keystone Oaks by 10. Deanna Mara did a great job filling in for Guy. Hope that he gets well soon. And, Dee did a great job. Of course, that was her role just 2 years ago.
Right.
So a seat that she's very familiar with. And it's something that probably we don't talk about in general between the two teams is how much the assistant coaches bring to the table on both sides of the coin, and all the ancillary stuff that they do in addition to what makes these teams be so successful.
Absolutely right. The coaching staffs and the managers and the parents that chip in. And speaking of parents, want to thank Brian Dashner for running camera for us.
Yes.
He did a great job again. This is the second girls game in a row that he's done for us. We did the Winchester-Thurston game and now this one. So thanks,
we appreciate
Brian.
it.
Yeah, stepping in.
The whole band will be back together tomorrow. So Christian back in the booth with us tomorrow for the game against the Vikings. So we'll talk to you then.
All right.
Sounds good. See you back here, or not here, but AAC tomorrow.
It's a little bit closer.
A little bit. Well, actually, this is
closer
for me. This is great. I'm 10 minutes from home. For all of us here at the OLSH Sports Network, thanks again to Mr. Dashner, for OLSH, and all of us here at the OLSH Sports Network. Matt Fargo saying this has been a presentation of Lady Charger basketball. Final score again, 55-41. Chargers get it done over the Keystone Oaks Golden Eagles. Until tomorrow night, back here on the OLSH Sports Network. We'll talk to you then. I'll give everybody a wave. So we'll see you. Yeah, see you, everybody. Good night, everybody.